No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
Hey, back up.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
To throw is Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Smith. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, back up.
On the toss, Bernard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit. So
the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Forced out to his left. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from those plays.
Completes it to Benjamin. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Great 15. 52. 35.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, John. Orange.
Here's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Harris has it over the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go ahead.
Working out of the gun, Cousins buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tiger.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Let's go. 15.
On 3rd down, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Two.
First down. Here's Cousins. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go ahead.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 36 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Smith from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Off the play fake, Cousins on the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 right at the 20. On the handoff, Lynch. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Go ahead. Gun. 7,
Now Cousins. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run with Lynch. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll run for it with Lynch. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Here's Peterson on 3rd and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Smith and the Chiefs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Smith now operating from the gun. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
We're going. We're going. Let's go. Through.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Zebra. Move.
To throw is Cousins. There's the first NFL catch for the former Aggie Christian Kirk. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
We're going.
On 3rd down, Cousins flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Smith and the Chiefs now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Smith now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to fire this thing deep right. They got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down, the run with Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Ringo. Rose. Yellow. He's in there. Yellow. We're going.
Cousins now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go ahead.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's go out here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One last throw here for Smith. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here,